Recent announcement of life in Mars by NASA. Opening. Hello and welcome to Discovery Learning. Today we have some huge news from NASA. News that could bring us closer than ever to answering the age-old question. Is there life on Mars? What's been found? In July 2024, NASA's Perseverance rover drilled into a mudstone core in a region called Sapphire Canyon on Mars. The rock sample comes from a formation known as Bright Angel, specifically from an area called Chiava Falls in Neretva Vallis, which once fed Jezero Crater's ancient lake. This rock is very interesting because it shows signs of minerals and textures that, here on Earth, are often associated with microbial activity. Key evidence and observations. Here are the major findings. The rock is a fine-grained mudstone with leopard spots, circular reaction fronts, and small nodules embedded in layered sediments. Instruments on board Perseverance, namely Sherlock and PXL, mapped organic carbon together with phosphate, iron, and sulfur in distinct repeating patterns. Two minerals in particular stand out: vivianite, an iron phosphate, and gragite, an iron sulfide. These are important because on Earth, they show up in environments where iron and sulfur cycling occurs, especially in low oxygen or oxygen-poor settings. The context. The rock formed in water, not from lava. The sediments were deposited slowly, and later changed at low temperature. That's important, because milder conditions are more likely to preserve subtle chemical or biological signals. What this means: biosignatures, but still not proof. So, is this proof of life? Not yet. What scientists believe they have discovered is a potential biosignature. That means features that could be produced by life, but which also could possibly be explained by non-living, abiotic processes. Some more nuance. On Earth, vivianite often forms where microbes reduce iron in water-rich sediments, trapping phosphorus. Gragite is commonly associated with sulfate-reducing bacteria in oxygen-poor muds. The combination of vivianite around gragite cores in these bullseye patterns mimics what is seen in certain Earth sediments. But organic carbon can reach Mars through meteorites. And some mineral reactions, under the right conditions, can imitate the kinds of textures or chemical signatures that life produces. Scientists are very cautious. Segment confidence, framework, and what comes next. NASA is using something called the Cold Scale, Confidence of Life Detection. It's a system to help the scientific community and the public gauge how close a discovery is to confirming life. It involves steps like detecting signals, ruling out contamination, evaluating alternate non-biological explanations, and finally making stronger claims. In the case of Bright Angel and the Chiava Falls sample, the findings clear several necessary steps on that ladder, including good mapping of mineral and organic distributions, detection of plausible biosignatures, and context consistent with life-friendly conditions. But more tests are needed. In particular, lab analysis once the sample is returned to Earth, looking at isotope ratios, examining microtextures more closely, ruling out abiotic origins, implications and what this could mean for Mars. If these materials did form through microbe-like metabolisms, we may have evidence that Mars was habitable for longer than we thought, especially in periods when surface water was present. Mars wouldn't just have been dry and barren. It would have had dynamic chemistry capable of supporting life in at least some places. Even if it turns out to be abiotic, the sample still tells us a lot about how Mars's chemistry has evolved, how elements like iron, sulfur, and phosphorus have been cycled, and how different rock units might preserve clues for life. Shows where to look next. Closing. So to sum up, the Perseverance rover has found compelling, but not definitive, evidence of possible biosignatures in Martian mudstone. Minerals like vivianite and gragite, combined with organic compounds and textures similar to those produced by microbes on Earth, are very suggestive. But scientists are still being, and must be, cautious. There are alternate explanations, and further analyses are needed. Regardless of the final answer, this is a major step forward in our understanding of Mars. Thank you for watching Discovery Learning. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our future explorations into Mars and beyond. What do you think? Are we close to confirming life on Mars? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.